Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So every time I post a reel on Instagram with my boyfriend, one of the most common or frequently commented thing is um, even I want a boyfriend like this, even I want to be in a relationship, I hope my boyfriend does this, I hope my boyfriend does that. Because of social media, the idea of being in a relationship is glorified so much. The idea of having hashtag couple goals is glorified so much that we've started believing that being in a relationship is more important than actually creating authentic relationships with your partner. And somehow we've also gotten the idea that being alone and loneliness are the same, they're synonymous. But the truth is, you could have a huge group of friends with 15 people and you could be sitting with them and you could still feel lonely. You could be in a relationship that is perfect to everyone on Instagram, but something might be wrong and you might still be feeling lonely. So, being alone and feeling lonely are two very different concepts. And so, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the beauty of being alone. Being alone helps you become a better person even in relationships, not just romantic, but all kinds of relationships, because a person who loves their own company will be able to be in a healthy relationship without projecting, without blaming the other person to entertain them, without feeling like they have to do everything to make sure you're happy. Once you learn the beauty of being alone, you are able to keep yourself happy, and that way your relationship is free of unnecessary pressure and stress. So the first beauty of being alone is reflection and self-discovery. Because we live in a world of digital media where everybody is commenting and liking, and there's so much validation that comes with being on social media, that most of the perception that we have about ourselves comes from other people. You think more about what other people tell you. Somebody is commenting pretty on your picture, so you suddenly feel pretty. Somebody is saying that your hair is not hairing today, automatically you feel underconfident, automatically you start feeling insecure about your hair. But when you're completely alone and you try and sit down and try to understand yourself, you create a very different perception of yourself. This also gives you a chance to understand your likes, your dislikes, your fears, your strengths, your weaknesses, and that helps you create a safe environment for yourself. When you create a safe environment for yourself where you're able to cater to all of your needs, you automatically create a healthy relationship, because like I said, there is no unnecessary pressure on somebody else to tell you who you are, somebody else to make you feel happy, somebody else to make you feel secured. So being alone helps you discover yourself and also helps you reflect on a lot of things. If somebody in the past must have told you something about yourself, this is your chance to rectify and create a new, a healthier image of yourself in your own mind. Next is called creative expression. Let's talk about creativity. Most amazing writers come up with the most amazing ideas when they've been alone. When you're constantly surrounded by others, there's too much noise, there's too much distraction. For myself also, I used to feel that the only way that I can keep coming up with content is A, through a lot of content consumption, and B, to be surrounded by a lot of people, talking to a lot of people and seeing what they like, what they don't like. But the truth is, the most amazing pieces of content that I worked for my page have come to my mind when I was alone in a room and was just thinking about what I could do, and my mind has wandered to some very random places and I've come up with good ideas. I'm not saying always be alone and that's the only way to go about it, but sometimes just looking in rather than looking for something outside helps out a lot. So your creativity really thrives when you're alone and you're doing your own thing. The next thing is called emotional and mental well-being. Now, like I said like 100 times before, we are in the digital world. We talk to a lot of people. We're texting, we're DMing, we are commenting, we're sharing, we're liking. While that is great, what happens a lot of time is these activities drain us without us realizing this. Sometimes, it happens that I've not really stepped out of the house also so much, but I keep watching reels for so many hours and hours and hours on end until it drains me to the point where I can no longer watch a reel. My head starts hurting, my eyes are hurting. And that's the thing. Sometimes just waking up, playing some slow music, being on your own, not checking your phone, putting on a face mask, having a hydrating drink for yourself, or eating whatever you want, it gives you the self-care that you need. I work 5 to 6 days a week, but that one day I try not to go on social media as much. I try not to schedule any work, any shoot for that day. I make sure that I'm away from social media. I play my favorite music or I play my favorite show on Netflix. I put on a face mask, I drink some nice juice, and I just keep watching it. And it kind of boosts my energy for the upcoming week. If I go working all throughout the week, I will not be able to give my best on a Monday morning. So, being alone helps a lot with your emotional and mental well being. And the last point for today is being independent and feeling empowered. Now, if you are in a relationship or if you're having a lot of friends, it doesn't mean that you're not independent or you're not empowered, but it just means that regardless of these relationships that you have with other people, you need to be capable of doing your own thing. You need to be capable of looking after yourself. If you are in a bad place and you have friends and people who are caring about you, nothing like it. But it shouldn't get to a point where you feel like if they are not there that particular day, you can't survive, or you constantly need someone to make you feel that warmth and comfort. You need to be your warmth and comfort first. I know for a fact that I can do that for myself, but now that I have a partner, it's so much nicer to have somebody else also comfort you. But I know that tomorrow, if I'm in a bad place and he's not around, or if he puts me in a bad place ever, I am independent enough and empowered enough to get myself back out of that situation. And so, yeah, that's everything I have for today's video. Please do subscribe to my channel. Also, like this video if you enjoyed everything that I talked about in this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.